Hey everyone, it's me, Nova. Welcome to the first episode of the Discord podcast for Sarsaparilla Desert Podcast, whatever you want to call it. We're probably gonna call it Sarsacast, but anyways, this is this is the first episode. I'm
Yep,
here
and
with
as always, I'm here too, CGO4.
and we have our current guest right here.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Dorcas.
me, Dorcas.
He was the chairman for he was the most recent chairman besides the new one who is CZ, and
I'm also the least liked person on the server, so who you're
No, that's
fucking off
me,
with.
dog.
I doubt it, but
We can share. We can share.
I don't know who's the most hated person on the server, but it's just
We don't
kinda...
have to talk about
Okay.
that.
Anyways, uh, how's everyone doing today?
I'm
I'm
doing pretty
doing
well.
Nice,
very
nice,
peachy.
I
I'm
just
doing very.
finished watching the new WandaVision episode. Pretty good.
nice.
Yeah, we
Did you
noticed
see?
that.
Did you see that we pinged you like 100? No, not 100 times, like 1,000 times.
No,
We did.
We pinged you more times than we should have had to.
when I'm watching TV, I leave my phone upstairs.
You're an idiot.
Cringe.
Anyways, let's get to actually the first question. Okay, so Dorcas, what are your
Yeah.
thoughts on like how the server's gonna function under CZ?
Well, all right. So here's the thing. I feel like when he was elected, I mean, it was kind of a shock for everyone because he was pretty much the underdog here. And Crow.
Yeah,
Crow
Coco
really
was definitely expected to win.
Yeah,
Yeah, no one really expected.
I'm gonna
CG
be
to win.
honest. I was gonna vote for Coco, but then I saw his thing saying that
Yeah, it's controversial opinion
that
on
you two
who
are going to get
actual
mod. No
power.
offense, no offense, no offense. You two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I get that. Yeah. No,
But like, so I voted for CZ. I don't really care what his policies are. I just think it's funny that like one of the
Yeah.
least liked people on the server was going to win. So
I mean, the thing I think the big issue about the CZ thing, I think, is everybody's like, oh, CZ shouldn't have like won and stuff. Well, I mean, I feel like that's not necessarily true, but I mean, just based on what we've seen so far, a lot of the things he's done so far, I mean, I think he already started like a huge fight with Fern. I don't.
Oh,
and
that's
I think,
actually awesome, though.
yeah,
I don't
and
know
then
what it
when
was
he posted a
about. I
minus
just know fights with Fern are pretty epic.
I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be like Dark Ages. I mean, I pretty much did bad things too at the beginning of
The
the week.
Dark Ages were my server.
But I feel like he needs.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we need to see something from him. Like he hasn't done anything.
Yeah, he
and
needs
I feel
to
like his
actually do
policies
something.
are very like conservative.
yeah, if he does
Like,
something
when I,
conservative policies
when I
on
say
the
conservative, I
Discord
mean like because
server,
conservative means you don't like change.
What's he gonna do? Bomb Iraq?
Like-
what is he gonna do? Lower taxes?
Yeah, he's gonna lower taxes. He's
He's gonna
gonna
lower-
charge the poor.
Wait,
No,
do
but-
we have taxes on the server?
We don't.
We should gambling bot make it happen.
$19 Fortnite.
We should put
card.
taxes on the Minecraft server.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
no,
like
we
until
shouldn't.
he releases his $19 Fortnite card, I don't know how to feel. Like,
Speaking of
I'm gonna give away a $19 Fortnite card. Share,
mean-
share, and
Trolls,
trolls.
don't
get
get blocked.
he's not
Okay,
sharing.
okay. But seriously, why is there a trial by combat channel in the Minecraft?
Yeah,
I
I
made
know,
that
no,
for
BS.
Dorcas and BS to fight.
I'm scared if I
yeah.
talk about it.
Oh my
it's gonna
god!
get-
Oh my god! Do you guys, Dorcas? Do you remember the time you burnt yourself to death in a Minecraft fight with me?
Yeah, I do
Ah,
remember
loser.
that. We don't speak of that anymore. That doesn't get talked about.
I
don't actually-
still have the
that-
recording for that. I might
That's
send.
not my memory anymore. I don't know what you're talking about. I am not a rage monster who asks for a mod every day. That's definitely not who I am.
All right.
Definitely.
Anyways. So.
Well, I feel like
Okay. Keep on.
because the issue is, I mean, I don't want to like compare me to CC, but since I was like the first chairman, like, and there's no really anybody else to compare to.
Well, God was
I
the
mean-
first chairman, but he didn't really do much.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason I won the first election is because I had a big plan, and I think everybody kind of took that and then they made their own plans. Because I feel like that was the big thing from this. A lot more people ran, and then they actually had plans. Because like before, I was the only one who had a written up thing, and I think that really helped me.
I ran as a joke in the first election.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Then
So, can I ask like another question for you, Dorcas?
Yeah.
Like, what do you think the best thing you did during your month as chairman was?
It was update their rules, definitely. rules were so out of shape, and I remember on the first day, went through the rules, we completely re-added them, we expanded on them, and I feel like there's been a lot less problems relating to the rules specifically. Like when people break rules, now we know exactly which rule it is. There's no really way to counter the rules anymore. Like people would always be like, "Oh, it's not in the rules. It's fine." You know, I feel like that comes up a lot less now, which I'm really proud about because before that was such an issue for me.
Yeah,
And I feel like a lot
I agree with
What
that.
if it's not a good rule?
Yeah,
yeah, well, that's why we fixed it.
I am so
No,
glad
no,
that
some of the
they,
rules still aren't good.
I'm so glad that the tone indicators rule wasn't actually a rule, but like I can see why people actually wanted it, but at the same time, not everyone's gonna use it, so why have it as a rule? Literally, no one's gonna use that except for Fern and maybe Moon or some of those people.
I think Gimbal used it too. I mean, tone indicators are nice sometimes, but I mean, usually
They're
you really
dumb, and I don't like them.
you only want to use a tone indicator when you're saying something that can be interpreted as really bad. Like if I was saying, "Oh, you should like leave the server," like if somebody said something like, "Oh, I want to like commit not alive," and you're like, "Oh, you should do it," like you would think that's a joke, but the person who's actually in that mental state, they might not be the best of minds. They might be like, "Oh, everyone hates me now because they said that."
Yeah.
So I mean, in situations like that where it's kind of like in more edgy or sensitive joke, I feel like tone indicators can be helpful. But in most cases, just maybe don't make that joke.
Yeah, like it is like it depends on what people are saying, you know. Like if you say
I mean,
if you say haha loser /s, it's not required. But if you say, haha, I'm going to go commit mass genocide in Afghanistan with an M16 rifle,
go shoot up the orphanage.
then yeah, then you should probably put
Last
/s
day,
if
guys,
there's
don't
no
worry,
one
I
that-
Yeah, let's parry.
It's all good.
Yeah. When I
Yeah.
go into an orphanage, I just parry this, you filthy casuals.
Ted tags from an orphanage. He's like, "Oh, this brings back good memories. Good memories." Maybe I should.
Good memories. Stole the pistol from the person who ran the place.
Yeah, jetpack joyride time.
Okay.
But
But like, okay, what are you guys' opinions on like what do you think CZ is going to do
Okay.
in the future?
All right, this might be a long one. All right, so I feel like at least for first week, what I'm thinking the first week of this will look like, he's going to around during the weekend, maybe Sunday, Saturday, he's going to try to implement some of his plans. I definitely think he'll probably enforce the suggestion plan a lot more, and I think that might definitely be a positive thing. I think I might like that, but I think he might try to sneak some bots into the server. And me and Disky were talking about this earlier with him. I feel like the issue with big bots, like just as an example, the Gamble bot or like the Ulu bot, those bots are just such big things. They're like games.
I hate those bots.
They're
actually
cool
awful.
bots, but they just kind of take over the server.
The only two good bots like that are Todd and Nugget bot.
Toddbot is no, I don't like Toddbot, but
Todd's not a good bot.
That's
Sorry,
not
but
the
Nugget bot is programmable.
okay.
But I mean, like bots that aren't like YAG and stuff, where they're just for server maintenance, where there's like games and stuff. I feel like they take too much off the server. Like if I'm gonna add like, some game bot, then you have to have like a whole channel for it. You have to have this big thing, and that'll just become the reason people come to your server, and it's not gonna be.
You don't want to make all the chatting in it like not a thing anymore just because people want to gamble away fictional currency.
Yeah, and I mean that's nice and all, but like here, let me give an example. Like for example, the Lunar server that started as an SCP server. Like they didn't start out just as a chat server and then introduce SCP and those kind of things and just completely shift the interest of it. But so Discord started as chatting. We're not just gonna randomly turn it into like a Poke2 thing.
All right. So I think we should talk about the new snapshot for Minecraft a little bit. I know most people on the server are into Minecraft. We've got a Minecraft server. I run it,
Yeah.
So there's a new snapshot that came out. New cave generation. It's pretty big. Have you guys seen anything of it?
Oh, actually, I haven't played the Minecraft snapshot. No, I haven't played Minecraft in a while. Actually,
It looks pretty saucy.
The new snapshot. It's got like massive caves and cave openings everywhere. I
can't wait to get some copper, make some telescopes, zoom in and everywhere.
Yeah, so I think 1.17 is actually looking pretty good, honestly.
I mean,
I think the big thing is the new ore.
Cool.
Copper is not very big.
I don't
But
think
like it's
they
the
should have.
implications of it.
Yeah, I think
What are
they should have
implications?
made a copper like an armor ore, or a tools ore.
Yeah, but like the thing is, in all these modded projects, you have copper being like the material to make like big spaceships and stuff. If Minecraft just took a page out of some modded things, like the I forget them Galacticraft, and they made like vehicles and such and wires and things with copper, it could be a really big step for Minecraft
Yeah.
Redstone and
Yeah,
things
I'd be
like that.
Yeah,
really,
but
really down
they
for
already
that.
made wireless redstone in this update.
Yeah, and the new
Really?
snapshot too. That's
Wait,
also
wireless redstone.
wow.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the skulk sensors.
Skulk
Skulk
centers.
Yeah,
But
and
more
more
yeah.
a landmine with that.
Okay, yeah, that actually is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for what copper could bring in the future, because I know
and
Minecraft likes to look at their mod community. Like, if mods
Yeah.
are allowed to be a thing, then obviously they're going to be looking at a lot of those mods.
Yeah, I also think with the Warden, the new mob, I think that's going to be really fun. There's a lot of implications you can do with that, like and fight spams where you spam Wardens, at Elder Guardians and Withers,
Yeah,
and
that
you're
would,
just messing around. That's so much fun.
yeah.
But I think it'll actually make cave speedrunning a lot harder though, because when you get to those Y level 11s and you
Well, it's
find
not
those
even level 11 anymore. They made the build height like 300 some.
To find what? Or is
What
it
do you
the
mean?
max build height? Like,
no, I meant like
Yeah, the
when you're-
max build height is now like 300 some.
wow.
But like when you're digging for diamonds and such, and you go into those caves, that's such a good way to find diamonds. But if there's gonna be a mob like the Warden in there now, and like
Yeah,
big
and the new cave generation, it spawns massive caves absolutely everywhere, and I find it really annoying. So I think they're gonna have to tweak that a little, make it more rare, because
Yeah, I think
you can find a
it's gonna be
cave
a lot
generation. You can find a cave entrance on the surface like once every 25 blocks or something. It's crazy.
I feel like that's a lot of the like, normal stuff too, unless you're in like a biome like the prairie.
Yeah. Like,
And then the caves are too big too. I think they should keep the size, make them rarer. Maybe add like a new kind of mine shaft to them.
Honestly, I think caves are fun because that brings more exploration to Minecraft. That might get me out
I'm
of
talking about the new caves. The new caves are actually like, I'm not talking length. I'm talking like they're like big.
big caves are cool.
uh-oh,
Yeah, what do you-
guys. Disky just asked. He may or may not have just pinged me and said, "Did you guys just kick me from the Sarsacast group chat?" What do
Yeah,
I
I
say?
did because
say?
it's just for recording, and he's not relevant to that.
Redacted. I think. I don't know what they're talking about here.
You don't. I think we're talking about two different redacteds here.
There's a lot of redacted.
Redacted.
Yeah, there's a lot of redacting. Call this server an SCP
Yeah,
document, bro.
Yeah.
I'm redacted.
So basically, what do you guys want to talk about? Because I think we've already.
I
exhausted
want
our
to
main
talk about reflections on the last month for me in more depth.
We should do that after one more like non-server related segment.
We only have like 5 minutes left on the recording because we're doing 20 minutes, I think. So.
Oh, I thought we were doing an hour. Okay.
No, we're not doing an hour. I don't think my computer can handle that.
We can do 30
All
minutes.
right. We'll do an hour for the next episode. All right.
I will not. Do that.
Dorcas, if you want to introduce the last topic.
Yeah, all right. So I just want to get an outsider's perspective from this, since I know CJ4 dislikes me because I disliked him, I think, and Nova doesn't like me because I'm abrasive. But
Because you're a what?
What?
How do you think
Wait a
the last
second.
month went
What did you
for
just say you
Wait
were?
a second.
abrasive?
Oh, I thought you.
I
said
thought you said you were
racist.
racist.
No, I'm probably that.
Dorcas,
but,
are you racist?
No, I'm definitely not
Are
racist.
you racist, buddy?
You racist?
I can't believe it. I didn't know you were a racist. I trusted you.
Racism?
I
No.
never did.
Good point.
Bigotry? Knock it off. Sexism? Knock it off. Bullying? Knock it off.
And
Crime.
The British knock it off.
the British. I remember when you
British.
sent a picture in like memes of a British flag and you said, "Okay, I support LGBT, but this is just taking it too far."
I just stole
Yeah,
that
and it
from a
was just-
John Swan tweet.
Of course you did.
All right.
It was pretty funny, but now you ruined it for yourself.
How do you
Nice job.
think my chairman session went?
Absolutely awful. You
I think
instituted
you
an
had some.
authoritarian regime without destroying the monarchy.
Okay. Genuinely though, I think you did a somewhat good job, but I feel like you kind of were able to consciously or subconsciously use your chairman power to kind of tip arguments in your favor because you had more
I did
kind
a
of a
lot of
stat.
arguing,
You had
I'll be
more.
honest
You had
with
more of a status on the server than
I was the only
almost
one that
anyone.
wouldn't back down, really.
Yeah, honestly, kind of tried to back down because I didn't want to
you.
be
The
that one
banjo
dude who
was
jumped
funny.
into
I
every
never
argument.
did. I never cared.
I definitely did some power.
Yeah,
creep.
yeah, yeah.
That's
We
the
know,
most.
Tag. We know. You got yourself muted for an hour.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I mean, that
did.
is because you said a really bad thing to somebody, but we don't have to talk about
Okay, okay.
Ronald Reagan's words. We're communicating with the bourgeoisie.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
You know,
So,
birds kind of are robots, though.
Ronald Reagan killed all the
All right.
birds based on a spy.
no,
Birds
stop
work for
being
the
conspiracy
bourgeoisie.
theorists. Stop it.
The birds work for the
All right.
bourgeoisie.
Let's introduce. Let's just. I'm gonna go into the ending now.
Okay, we have like 3 minutes left,
All
so
right.
we can just
So-
explain how the podcast is gonna work from now on.
Okay. 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 So, Dorcas, thanks for being here with us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully, we can have you on another time, and I hope you never become chairman again. Anyways, so that's our episode today, and I will let Nova talk a little bit about how this podcast will go on in the future. But before that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to me and Nova's channels, and I'll let him
And
explain the logistics of the
video.
podcast in the future.
Okay. All right, everyone. I'm going to explain now kind of how we think the podcast is going to work and everything. We'll have one guest every week or 2 weeks, depending on if we can or not that week. Me and Tag are probably going to switch off editing and recording. Basically, it'll be kind of like this. It'll either be like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I know Tag said in the start that it was going to be an hour, but I don't
I'm
think...
hoping to
Yeah,
get
I
it to an
can't-
hour.
I can't do that with my
Well-
storage. No.
I'll be able to do that later
All right, you can do that.
once I transfer my editing library to my one of my HDDs.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that's how that's gonna work. But also, if you want to be a guest on the next podcast, just let us know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make an announcement, and then in like the first 10 minutes, everyone that kind of DMs me will be put into consideration, but only one person will actually be on the podcast with us. And yeah, that's pretty
thanks.
much it. I really
Thanks for listening.
yeah, thanks for listening, watching.
I'm CGO4.
I'm Nova, I guess, and I guess we'll see you in the next one.